how we balance a healthy lifestyle as a young adult.
Young adult.
As individuals who recently graduated college, we're now in our mid 20s. We've been doing fitness for some time, but how do we go ahead and balance a healthy, fit lifestyle that not only has us looking good, but we feel good, and we're able to show up as our best every single day?
I got one thing for you. I got one thing for you. It really comes down to routine. Like it has to be a process.
What does that mean, though?
It has to
'Cause
be a complete process that you can follow on a day-to-day basis. It has to be a schedule.
what does that mean, though? Because nowadays, people be doing like morning routines, like evening routines, like bedtime. Like what do you mean by routine, bro?
So a routine has to be a structured series of activities that you do throughout the day or in your workout that shows you results. To put it like that, it has to show you results, because if it's not showing results, then either the routine that you're doing is not good enough in terms of showing you progress, or it's because you're being unrealistic with yourself and you can't accomplish all of the tasks that you're putting out in your routine.
Facts.
Like I hate to be that person that tell you like, if you're not gonna if you're not a morning person, don't wake up like ridiculously early. It's not realistic for you.
No.
If your routine is a 9 a.m. wake up or an 8 a.m. wake up, go for it.
Yeah. Nothing
But-
wrong with it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Then you just gotta make sure that when you wake up, just prioritize things that you can be structured and be consistent with in terms of your workouts, in terms of your health and diet, so that you don't like miss out on things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Facts.
So, yeah.
Facts.
What about you?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about routines too, because I used to be someone that would be super structured. Like morning, I dead ass had a morning routine, nighttime routine, bedtime routine.
Yo, I remember that.
A list
I
every day.
remember- I
every
remember
single
that.
day. And the thing is, I would do that. I stuck to it for a good amount, almost like a year.
Wait,
Like,
was that
just
in school? Or
structured.
was that
Yeah, this was like right after COVID. This is when I decided, yo, I need to change my life around.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Okay.
like, obviously, seeing these individuals on social media, they're like, oh, wake up earlier, time to hustle, like, get your health in check, get your wealth in check, get your relationships in check, get your life together. I'm like, put me on. I need that right now. Don't get me wrong, it works. Because it's like, you are literally completely changing your habits. Going from someone who will wake up, dude, during COVID, I would wake up at like 1 p.m.
Oh my god.
When we didn't gotta go to class, when we got
Bro,
nothing.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Those days were lit.
Oh, dude.
But can't be doing that
No,
every day in
no.
and day out.
I kid you not, I woke up at 1 p.m. And guess what? Obviously, I don't gotta go nowhere. I don't got places to be. So guess what? I'm not getting out of bed. I kid you not, I'll be scrolling on my phone until like 3, 4 p.m. Dude, I haven't even gotten up to use the bathroom or brush my teeth yet. It's 4 p.m., bro.
Nah.
And at that point, I'm like, something's gotta change, bro.
Wait. So what would that be? What would the day like that be like for you?
What do you mean?
Like if you wake up at 1 p.m., you scroll on your phone till 4 p.m. Then what? What's the next thing that you would do?
Until I have to use the bathroom, then I'll get up.
Oh, and then you would eat.
I'll make
breakfast.
breakfast.
That would be dinner.
Deal.
Wait, was that the time when we used to like just do things in the house?
Legit. This was like the
Oh.
beginning stages of COVID.
Oh.
When like you don't gotta go to class, you don't got nothing.
Oh.
Like attendance, how they gonna keep track of attendance for Zoom, bro?
They can't.
They can't, bro.
Yeah, they can't.
There's 300 people in the class, bro. Like,
Yeah.
they're not keeping track of nothing. They don't even do attendance in class anyways. So it's like I wake up at 1, scroll in bed until like 4, eat, we'll work out at like 5, 6.
Oh yes.
We'll make dinner, and I'll just do nothing for the rest of the day, and repeat that shit.
Damn, that was crazy.
Deal. So to go from that to waking up at like 5 a.m. and having a whole morning routine. My morning routine would be 10 minutes of journaling, 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of goal setting every single day.
Whoa.
Every single day. But think about it, like your mindset is just completely shifted. You go from unproductive to I'm on top of the world right now.
Super productive. Like you
Yeah.
literally went from a complete degenerate to like a super
Yeah.
routine.
Yo.
Yeah.
So the routine part, like it definitely works. But then after a year, I'm just doing the routine just because I say I have to do the routine. Like I'm not even intentional with it. I'm meditating, but I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna eat later? Like I'm
Well,
like half asleep.
I mean, technically, that's meditation. If you.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Technically, you are meditating.
It is, but it didn't feel productive anymore.
So what did you do at the end?
So I realized that yes, the structure, the routine, it works, but then you have to find something that's actually realistic for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what happens when you go on vacation?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the routine that I was gonna add this. The routine that I stick to during my vacation is my
Yeah.
mobility routine. That was
Yeah.
about it.
Yo.
But what did you do? Like.
Because what would happen is if I were to go on vacation where something's thrown off,
Uh huh.
the day was an L.
Oh, I see.
Because I was so attached to I have to get the morning routine done for it to be a W. That if I missed the wake up or if I was thrown out of the routine, if I didn't meditate, I lost for the day, bro.
Oh.
So it was like, I already fucked up. Let's just start over some other time.
Was
So there was no balance. It was just all or nothing.
So did it cascade into like multiple
Yeah.
days?
What happened was I started off super strong, straight W's for almost a whole year. But then after that, it was almost like a year of just, I don't want to do that, bro.
Was that after like when you finished school, or is that?
Yeah, like after when I finished school.
Oh, okay.
After I'm like, I'm good. Do I really need to wake up at 5 a.m.?
So what time do you wake up now?
I mean, now it depends on like the day prior
Okay.
or if I need more sleep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know.
So yeah, you wouldn't set unrealistic expectations.
Yeah,
so-
that's why when you mentioned like having it has to be realistic, that's when it's like facts, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It can't just be, oh yeah, because this guy is waking up at 5 a.m. Oh yeah, he's like reading, he's like journaling. I gotta do that. Who said that you have to be doing all of these things to be successful?
You know what's very trendy now too is like the whole idea of routine.
Yeah.
After Ashton Hall like created this.
You really think you gotta dunk your face in the ice bath every morning at 4 in the morning?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, it feels good as fuck though, I'll tell you that.
when you tried it, you did it.
Yo, it feels mad good. Yeah.
This guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, like you feel you just got baptized. Like, "Ugh." Yeah, it's great.
No, that's
It's
crazy.
Bruh. Like your face is so icy cold, and then the warm air hits you. You're like,
That's
good.
wild. That's wild. Speaking of like things that keeps me healthy, keeps me balanced and everything, I would definitely say sleep, bro. Sleep. Because the thing is, with how hectic our days are, especially as a young adult, this isn't talked about enough, but we have so much going on for ourselves. We don't really feel like it, but the reality is, you got your job, you got to take care of your family, you got your social life. If you have a relationship, you got to take care of the relationship. You trying to build a future for yourself?
Dude, there's so much things that are expected of you.
Yeah.
That you're like,
We didn't even, bro, we didn't even talk about the basics. We didn't even talk about eating, your hobbies, getting enough sleep. Like, that is just pushed to the side.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just worry about it later on when I have my shit together. That's how we think. But then the reality is, if you're not getting enough rest, how are you even supposed to operate and try to do all these things?
The realistic part is too, like, if you can't do all these things, that is completely fine.
That's completely fine.
Yeah, you're not gonna be expected to do all the things that expected as a young adult.
Yeah. But
You're
with
not.
that expectation, that's how we burn out, though. You're just
Yeah.
like, damn, I'm not reaching the standards. I'm not doing what is expected of me. I'm failing. Even though you're doing all these things. Though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But it still don't feel good enough.
exactly. And we talked about this too. It's like the idea of the human mind, right?
Yeah.
Always wanting more.
More and
Always
more and more.
expecting to be better, expecting to be, achieving a higher goal, right?
Yeah.
And realistically, like if you look back at how far you came, most of the time you're gonna notice that you came a pretty long way.
You're way further than you think.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
honestly,
Because what happens when you lack sleep? A lot of things happen. One, you wake up with more anxiety. I don't know if you feel that, but I feel that a lot, bro. If I don't get enough sleep.
oh really? For me, I'm just tired, yo.
I wake up, I'm like, shoot, I am so behind. Like, I got mad shit to do. And I'm tired. How am I supposed to do it? That too, I'm tired. Cravings are high. I feel like I'm not really at my most optimal. So it's like,
Yeah, I
I can
agree.
just push something back.
Yeah.
I can just do this some other time.
Yeah.
So that's when the needs aren't taken care of. So all that combined, what is the result of that? Me not optimizing and me being at my most optimal.
pretty much, you just I don't want to say you wasted a day, but you're not taking advantage of a day that you're having
Yo,
by choosing lack of sleep over other things.
yo. Now I'm not saying you have to be sleeping 6, 7, 8, 9 hours a day. Like not everyone has all that time in the world, especially if you have other things to take care of. But yo, that 30 extra minutes of sleep, that will be the difference from you feeling like a zombie to you not needing another cup of coffee to be able to function as a normal human being.
That is true. Find the optimal sleep for you, honestly. Like you don't have to sleep like 10 hours a day.
Actually, some people are able to operate with less sleep.
I don't yeah,
And
for
vice
me,
versa.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like I feel like I'm sleeping less than I need to be. So, for me, like I need to be sleeping like 6 to 7 hours and I'll be good.
Yo,
But if I sleep anything less than that, then I'm like, yeah, that ain't too good.
yeah.
So,
It also depends on like your activity levels, like which you do on a day-to-day basis. Like
Mhm.
obviously, as someone who works on their feet, you're probably gonna be more tired compared to someone that is in front of a computer.
yeah, but you don't underestimate the power.
That
of-
can be tiring too. Yeah.
That is tiring. Like some of these like finance bros be pumping out like 80 hours a week of
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Like imagine you sitting at your desk or in front of your computer for
That
10
mental
hours.
work is a lot too.
Bro, like finance and like a lot of these big consulting or tech companies, some of the people that work there have some really intense hours. Like
OD.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's definitely like a true statement. I heard it somewhere where if you want to be successful in your 20s, you can't have a good social life. But if you want to have a successful career in your 20s, you have to sacrifice a lot. Not to say that having a social life is bad or anything. It's actually needed, You need to have a good social life. You need to have balance and all of that.
You.
But because of the work grind culture, it kind of puts into the idea that you gotta sacrifice all that in order for you to be successful.
You.
It's very, very sad. Like it's very like a downlook on the American work hustle culture. Like
You.
yeah, it's like the idea of like you have to hustle.
You.
Very, very hard.
You.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't hustle,
Then
you're
you're
doing
slacking.
something. Yeah, you're slacking. You're doing something wrong.
You. You're
Right.
wasting your potential. Yo.
You're wasting your potential. But realistically, if you look at other countries, like if you look at Europe or if you look at parts of, I don't know, I don't want to say Asia because China has a different, or I don't want to say Asia, but China has a different outlook. But if you look at other countries, their work culture is so different. In Germany, you have like, I don't know, like a ridiculous amount of calendar, days of PTO. Or if you look at Italy or France, they have so much time off of work because they prioritize like that work life balance,
Yeah.
balance,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's more the culture too.
yeah, I mean, it's very cultural, but American culture, like it's the idea of like if you're not hustling, you're doing something wrong.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
That brings me to another thing. I think this is like up there in terms of importance, and that is finding something and a routine that actually makes it enjoyable for you.
you have to.
Back to the grind thing. Grinding doesn't have to mean that life sucks.
you're doing it wrong if you think life sucks.
Like it doesn't have to be torture to be grinding. Cause you can grind and it be fun. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but hey, like there are ways that you can make things fun. For example, in terms of working out and like fitness and stuff, hey, like I don't work out as much as I used to. Like, I don't spend as much time in the gym as I used to, but I'd rather play basketball and be more active outside. That's more fun to me than just being at a gym 24/7. Another one is with eating. I used to think that just because things are healthy, then it's gonna be bland and not taste good. Back in the dining halls, I would see you get a plate of vegetables. I'm like, you eat that?
Like a whole plate,
Like a plate of just greens. And like,
leaves. Yeah.
this is one time he got like mad spinach. I'm like, I didn't even know how to eat it. I was like, you eat that raw?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, spinach, bro.
You're supposed to just eat the leaf like that?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like I really understood that if I didn't get enough greens, I'm not number 2ing the next day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why it's so important to find things that makes things fun and enjoyable, and also it helps you get to where you want to go. Facts, bro. It's not just oh yeah, like if it tastes good or not. Bro, I gotta use the bathroom tomorrow, or my stomach gonna be hurting for the next few days.
You don't have to force yourself to eat salad, but if you eat like, you can eat corn, you can eat like lentil.
Yo,
Like there's so many things that's like fibery.
yo,
Like, what do you call it? Whole wheat bowl, the whole grain bread.
yo.
Those ones are underrated too.
Yo.
Like the fiber in them.
Yo.
Yo, crazy.
Yo, what changed my mindset about salads? Because back then, I'm not eating no salads. The only veggies I'm eating is Asian veggies, bro.
Oh, the U choice, yeah.
Yo, Asian veggies, underrated, bro. Yo, top 3 Asian veggies right now.
Top 3. Oh my god. Bro. I love Napa cabbage. The
The
cheese.
Asian one,
Yeah.
though. Not no just straight romaine lettuce, like Napa cabbage.
Napa,
like,
like Big John, like the ones that you can just eat like five meals easy. Napa cabbage.
with the garlic in there.
Yep.
Woo!
Yu choy.
Yu choy fire.
Yep. And
With the
last but
hoisin
not-
sauce?
No, with the hoisin sauce. Oh, dude, with the hoisin sauce. And toisan broccoli.
Damn, yo, you know, my guy knows. Yo.
That's some good stuff. What about you?
Toisan, it's cauliflower, right? Or
Wait, is it
broccoli?
cauliflower?
It's like whitish, right?
I know
White
exactly.
yellowish?
We're gonna have to put a picture for reference, but yeah,
Yo, that shit fire, bro.
fire. If you cook that with like lap yolk,
Yo, bro, goes crazy.
crazy.
Goes crazy.
All right, what about you? Top 3, go.
So, toisan, broccoli. I'm toisan. It,
Oh.
it works perfect.
Perfect. There you go.
Secondly, yu choy with the hoisin sauce.
Yeah. Easy,
Fire.
easy money.
Third one, man. Let's see. Oh,
What you
I take
got?
that back. I take that back. I take that back. Take that
What you
back.
got?
Yo,
What you
toisan,
got?
toisan broccoli first. Green beans, bro.
Oh,
What you know about that? What
okay.
you know about
I
that
know what you're talking
garlic green beans, bro?
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I know
And
what
then
you're
it'll be yu choy with the
Okay,
hoisin sauce.
now we're
bro.
talking.
Man,
Okay, you're cooking right now.
man, that garlic green beans goes crazy. Bro.
I think what I just did is I think I just unlocked what you're gonna eat for tonight.
Hey man, I'm going to my parents' place. Yo, my mom, she better knows what I'm thinking right now.
Your mom's nothing beats mom's cooking, bro.
That us, bro.
Yo, facts.
That us. But yeah, what about you? In terms of other things that keeps you healthy and allows you to live more of a healthy lifestyle. So, because we talked about what? We talked about sleep. We talked about having a routine. We talked about finding ways to make it more fun and enjoyable. Anything else for you?
So one of the things that I like to prioritize is my overall health. You know,
What
if
does that
you're
mean? What does
So it means a lot of things, right? So it comes down to how your body feels overall, what you put in your body, and also how you move too. So it's a very big umbrella term to talk about. Yeah, it's taking care of your temple, taking care of the very very house for your conscious brain.
So it's everything. So it's how you look, how you feel, how you function.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So there's a lot of
Oh.
things that come into it too. Mobility, you know, like like balancing your exercises so now you're not overtraining, right? Overtraining is big for if you're doing like a specific sport. If you're running for like 3 times a week, just for example, you're probably gonna feel a little bit of overuse, like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
knee pain or like I don't know, like hip pain or whatever.
Oh yeah. Something's
yeah.
gonna show up.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. And also the other part is your overall appearance, right? Like your overall health, like skin health, like all that.
Your
So
gut health.
yeah, gut health. So really checking in with your providers, your healthcare providers. You know, a lot of people. I'm actually shocked that a lot of people don't do this very often. Is that you're supposed to be checking in with your PCP at least once a year.
What's
for a
PCP?
Primary care provider.
So you're like your family doctor. Basically.
Yeah, you gotta check in with your family doctor. If you don't check in with your family, how you gonna know if you have high blood pressure? Those are the silent killers in the American, like, in America.
You know what it is though.
What?
People say they're busy, but you know what the issue is?
What?
They know they got problems with their health, but they're scared of facing it.
If you know that you have problems, you're probably gonna want to put it in the back of your head. You don't want to
'Cause-
think about it. Yeah.
Because like
that's true. Yeah.
you know you have like the high blood pressure
Yeah.
and the high cholesterol.
Yeah.
You don't need someone to tell you that.
You know what's the worst part about those two? Diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You don't feel pain.
That's the worst part.
You don't have
Yeah.
pain with anything, and the body is obviously like known to recognize pain as a bad thing, as a way to tell you that hey,
It's like a
this
sign.
is a sign
Yeah.
of your body is hurting, your body needs help.
Yeah.
And those two things, you're not gonna feel pain until it's too late, right?
Yeah.
Have you like heart attack is one of them, you know,
That's
stroke
scary.
is one of them. With diabetes, you're gonna have something called like neuropathies, like
Bro, the thing about diabetes is you don't even have to be overweight to have diabetes.
you don't.
Bro, I have family members that are like stick skinny, and they got diabetes.
It doesn't matter how big, it doesn't matter how
Wow.
small you are. Diabetes, essentially your body's way of telling you, I can't process the sugar.
Yo,
And there's too much of it, something's gonna happen.
yo,
And later down the line, maybe not now, something will happen if you don't
Yeah.
take care of it.
yo.
Maybe you'll lose your sight, maybe you'll lose a foot. Like
Yeah.
I'm being
It's
like
scary.
no, I'm
Yeah.
being straight up. Like this is
Yeah.
the reality of these silent killers in America.
Yo.
So really, like going back to the idea, like really taking care of your body. Like one of them, like I mentioned before, checking with your PCP is so important.
Once a year.
Once a year.
Yo.
I remember that one time I had high blood pressure. You know, this is really dumb.
Yeah.
I think you had a little bit of I think you had a little bit of high cholesterol too. Do you remember that day that you told me about that?
I had high blood pressure and cholesterol.
You know what it is? Because back in college we're eating ground beef every day, bruh.
That's exactly what it was. Bro, I ate ground beef and eggs every day.
Every day.
Every single day.
Breakfast, I mean not breakfast, lunch and dinner, ground beef, yo.
Straight. No, and it wasn't no lean ground beef, bro. Like, back then, it would be like 85-15, 90-10, even the 80-20, the Walmart 80-20. Bro, the budget eats, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yo, this was before COVID too, and you know, yo, the ground beef were like $5 for like a whole
The tube.
Yeah, like a whole pound of ground beef for $5, or $5 to $7.
That
It is insane. It's budget friendly. If you get some pasta with that, let me tell you, you can make like a week's worth of meal with under $10.
Facts. Facts, bro.
$10 for a week's worth of meal, bro. Like, what are you gonna? It's a no-brainer. But we didn't know at the time that these low-cost meals came at a higher cost.
Facts.
Our health.
Nah, this is real shit right here. Cause
Yeah.
there's a difference between price and cost.
Yeah.
Price is what you pay right now.
Yep.
$5, bro. What
Yeah,
you mean? You
it's not-
tripping, bro?
Yo,
I'm
get
saving
that
money.
Yo, get 2 of them tubes. You good,
You
yo.
good for the
Yo,
whole
put one.
week,
Yo,
bro.
put one in the freezer. Put one underneath.
2 weeks, bro.
Yo, we would cut them out too, and we would like
Oh,
mix.
yeah.
Oh my god, those. Are,
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget the Alfredo sauce. We're putting extra fat in there.
Get it. Add an egg on top too.
Oh my god, we were eating too good.
That's the price.
That was a price.
But the cost, when you see your doctors.
When you go to the PCP and they're like, by the way, your blood pressure is 128 over 84. It means it's elevated. So
Yo.
basically, I was like, what the fuck?
Yo.
What do you mean? I'm like 20. I'm like 22, like
Yo.
21. I'm like, what's going on?
Yo. I don't know if you feel this way too, but as I get older, every time I go to the doctors, like it's like, oh shoot, I need to take better care of this. Like even though there's no, even though I don't have anything, like every time I go to the doctors, well, knock on wood, like everything is good, like no
Yeah,
health
knock on wood.
issues or
Yeah,
anything.
facts. Knock on wood.
But it's like, okay, like I'm glad I came. I'm glad, but I'm checking in. Like this is actually a form of self care if you think about it.
Exactly. People think that going to the doctor is scary. It is scary, but you gotta understand that. I mean, this is another thing with health insurance and all the healthcare burden costs. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, your health is just as important as everything else.
Facts.
Because if you don't start now, like when are you gonna start realistically? You're gonna start
Yeah.
when you're 65, when things are hitting the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, oh, by the way, you know, you can't feel your feet because your blood sugar is too high for the last 10 years of your life.
And the thing is, you don't think of this. You're not thinking of I can't feel my feet or anything. It's like at the end of the doctor is like, oh yeah, by the way, like yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And to make it worse, like these things are not gonna cause you pain. I'm not saying that these are the only things that are gonna be like out there that's gonna be hurting you, but
Yeah.
I'm just highlighting we're just highlighting those because they are the ones that we've noticed that is the most common in America.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very easy to oversee those, and to really
Mm.
take care of your body, you have to like really look at everything, like your diet, your health, like your nutrition, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like don't wait till it's too late.
yeah, exactly.
And it don't even matter where you're currently at.
Exactly.
Whether you've been actively working on your fitness, you can still have problems.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It's just your body giving you signs. Yo, like,
Just go get that fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or if you are someone that have been avoiding the doctors, I'll be honest, I've definitely been there. Cause it's like, yeah, I gotta make an appointment.
Yo, that's annoying. I feel that. I'm like, damn, I gotta go there now.
Bro, I
Like,
hate making those appointments for especially like the doctor's appointments. You can't book nothing that week, bro. Like, it gotta be like 2, 3, 4 weeks ahead. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. And it doesn't even work on my schedule.
oh, that's the worst.
I'm like, bro, you for real?
Yeah. So
And they be putting you on hold. I'm like, bro, I don't got time for this right now.
yeah, I know that's the worst.
But hey, whatever it is you want to do, it's all gonna start with how you look, how you feel, how you show up.
Yeah, so a couple of things that we talked about, right? The routine, the consistency, the realistic one, and also really taking care of your body.
You know?
Like taking care of your health, nutrition, overall appearance, diet, all of that stuff.
And the best part of it all is no matter where you're currently at, you have the ability to make it better. Even if you feel like you're cruising, that doesn't mean you just take your eye off it. Oh yeah, I'm chilling. No, like at every single level of this entire journey, in your health journey, your life journey, all of it, these are all things that we can get better at one rep at a time.